Good morning or good evening, those of you who are watching in the morning or evening. Thank you again for joining our program, the 30 days challenge of yoga and glide coaching and hopefully some breathing technique, maybe meditation. We still have a long way to go. So thank you again for joining our program and live coaching session. So we talked about yesterday about fear, grief, depression, powerlessness. And now today we discuss a little bit more toward jealousy and insecurity. So number 20 and 21 in the bottom. Okay. So you can always pause and maybe write those down. And these are what's going on into our mind most of the time. So from the lowest vibration, you cannot manifest. It's kind of like you're imprisoned to those feelings and emotions, whether it's fear or grief or depression or powerlessness, feeling you're victimized. And jealousy is one of those strong ones that is almost like a little plant. It can grow on you. Like a little seed of a jealousy starts growing and become a big plant, maybe a bush, maybe a tree, who knows. And the fruit of a jealousy is not a sweet fruit. It's a very sour and bitter, both for you and the people that you're jealous about. One of the simple example of jealousy is, I think I used the word or saying of the Hawaiian saying that they say, bless the things that you want to see in your life happens. For example, if I want money, I cannot hate people that they have money, more money than I do. Because if I do, then I'm limiting myself to receive that. Or if I'm liking to have a nice car and people are around me driving a beautiful car and I'm sitting in my car and I'm maybe not happy about my car, and when they pass with their car, I just say, oh, I hate those people. Who they think they are, you know? So you are in that form of jealousy and you're blocking yourself to receive to the desired car that you might have in mind. And the form of jealousy are a lot of, different vibrations. Sometimes jealousy can stop you from receiving. Sometimes it might end up your relationship with somebody you love. And you see it probably around you, your families and friends. And also when you're jealous, anger shows up deeply. You might be angry all the time, most of the time, because of that jealousy. So jealousy is a very deep blockage, rooted probably, and can be solved by bringing love to it, see it, don't face away from it, just see it as it is and ask questions. As I said before, anytime you feel blockages, whether it's jealousy, fear, just ask questions. And ask the question like, where does this come from? Is it from me? Is it from somebody I picked up? And with that questioning yourself, your situation, your thoughts, there will be a spiritual answer comes to your mind. And you become more connected because now you're curious. You are searching, soul searching, rather than just let it be, whatever that might be. So that's energy levels reduces to lower vibration, which you cannot manifest great things. So what we said was that bless things that you want to see happen to your life. Don't hate them. Like for example, if you want to become rich, you cannot hate rich people because it blocks you. Money is root of the evil. You already put your category into not liking to receive money. You can be a spiritual and making money as well. And sometimes we have this mentality of I have to work so hard to make money. And that's, again, they put this into our head that we have to really work hard. 2 jobs, 3 jobs. And I used to do that myself, you know. But the moment that I went to bankruptcy, losing my home and finding new ways to live more happily, maybe I had less money, but I was happier now because I wasn't working too hard to prove myself that with the hard money, I earned this hard money and I'm going to spend it that way too. No, you're blocking yourself to receive. Money is there like an energy. You have to trade it in. And if you have more money and more energy, I would like to share. Or you can share with me. I would love to have some of that. So jealousy comes from insecurity as well. When you're insecure, we go back to this victimizing yourself. You see yourself limited. You become jealous of other people. They might have a better position in job or career or business, or your families or friends, they have a better life than you do, and you become jealous of them. Or you have a relationship that you might be jealous of the other people that have better relationship that you and your partner do. So jealousy has many forms and shapes. Find it, peace with it. When I say peace with it, that doesn't mean you get along with it, but see it as it is and ask the questions. Become aware of your jealousy and say, where does this come from? Why I'm becoming jealous? And send love to it. And then through sending love, because the highest vibration, you solve that issue. It's not going to happen with 1 day or 2 days or 3 days, but it's a practice. We are so in tune with our negativity that we practice always negativity. And what I am asking you is to bring your attention more toward the positive thoughts, positive energy, asking questions, bring awareness toward that. Because now you're practicing differently against what you believed for many, many years. So by practicing every day, positive thoughts, positive actions, then you're releasing the tensions, blockages that creating the jealousy into your body, into your mind, into your heart, into your soul. Soul is not jealous. Soul is not limited. Soul is expanded. Soul is expanded beyond our mind, imagination, our bodies. It's a whole universe, whole existence. You can tap to that soul, the expanded energy. God, Lord, Messiah, whatever they name it. Then after the jealousy, number 20 is insecurity or guilt or unworthiness. Again, that all comes from fear of not having things. When we have things, and when I say have things, that means even if you don't have much, but you start appreciating what you have, then you know you have everything. I'm not asking you to compare yourself with the lower vibration, but I'm asking you to really in tune and peace with what you have. Because through peacefulness, you notice that you're rich. You're rich enough that you can survive with food, with daily life, with your breathing. You're rich in that way. And because you start appreciating, you are ready to manifest great things in your life. So manifestation comes through surrendering and relaxation, not through tension. If I start becoming jealous and feel insecure, then tension arises and you're not open to receiving. The guilt is a word that especially we hear through religion. And I don't even see that probably the pure religion doesn't talk about guilt like that. Guilt is a blockage itself. Guilt, it comes when we are not sure about our higher vibration, the higher spirit. The guilt comes in and the shame comes in when you're insecure. You're not sure about what you're doing. And guilt is a big discussion. I cannot just limit it for a few words, but just know that feeling guilt is not a feeling good at all. So you don't want to stay there. Whatever that is. You might be addicted to the drugs, you might be addicted to something, and you feel guilty and shame about it. I remember years ago when I was listening to Osho, my guru, beloved guru, and he was saying to the smokers, he said, when you even smoke with awareness. Lighten up your cigarette with awareness. When you're aware of what you're doing and you're not feeling guilty about it, then you become aware of it. And when you're aware of it, these things start disappearing. I used a good example for myself years ago when I was smoking cigarette. I think it was about 25 years ago. Maybe less than that. I did quit right away because I felt like at the end, I felt like it wasn't helping me at all. And I wanted something newer to my life. I was really bored with that. The thinking pattern that I had, the life pattern that I had, and the unhealthiness of that. I didn't force myself. I just decided to quit. I didn't say, like, I feel guilty about it. I enjoyed the time of my smoking, but then when it was time to quit, I quit. So when you're smoking or you're drinking, you want to quit it, bring awareness to it, enjoy it at that moment. At the same time, realize that, is this going to be good tomorrow when I wake up? So again, questioning. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel shameful about it. Just look at it and say, if I drink this tomorrow, wake up, I have headaches and I might be angry at other people. Probably I don't want to work when I'm hangover. Which one feeling better? Do I want to stay to that feeling that when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot of problem? So you bring awareness rather than drinking tomorrow. You wake up and say, I'm not going to drink again. And you're going to start drinking again, right? And you're going to start smoking again. So when you're bringing attention to what you're doing, awareness, enjoy it that time. But ask question again. You have two choices. When I'm drinking this, what's going to happen tomorrow? Do I want to have that feeling and experience tomorrow again? So you keep doing that every time you drink, and then less and less, starting to drink less and less, because now you're in control. Now you're asking questions to bring awareness. Same thing with weight loss too. When you're eating food, you have to compare. When I'm eating these potato chips or junk food, what's going to happen to my body? Am I going to be happy? If you feel like it's feeling good, start eating your potato chips. But the next day you start blaming yourself, you start shaming yourself. Is that feeling good? You want to stay that way? So use your choices. So one of the things I offer when I'm coaching people for weight loss, I ask them to put things, junk food away or to a strong way, and replace it with things that you can nourish your body. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, good drinks, drink a lot of water. Because now when you nourishing yourself with the good stuff, your thought pattern changes. And when here is relaxed, then the body starts responding to that. You lose weight. I have one of my friends I'm working with. He lost, after 2 weeks, I believe, about 21 pounds the first week and 23 pounds in the second week. And third week, I guess it's reduced it a little bit. And I asked him what happened. He said he came back to his old habit a little bit. So if you stick with your good habit, changing it, and sometimes you may go back to the potato chips again. You feel like to eat it. But again, be aware and start replacing it little at a time with the better things. So you're not jumping right away, like quitting everything, because it's going to come back again to you. But little by little, you're going to change your attitude toward eating, toward thinking, toward quitting whatever you have in life going on. So don't feel guilty from what you do. In fact, you say, hey, I have control over this. I can quit this. So now you bring awareness to your thing. I'm going to enjoy this. One of the things I mentioned to my ASU students, I think it was last week, I said about integrity. If you really say, I'm not going to eat this food or potato chips or drink, then you have to respect that word that you said. I'm not going to eat these potato chips. I put them away, and the next minute I'm going to go and grab the potato chips and start eating it. I forgot what I said, right? So you lied to yourself. You lied to yourself, and then in that matter, you feel guilty about it later on. You don't feel good about it because you lied to yourself. You don't have to integrity, respecting yourself, that if I say a word, I'm going to stick with it. So this integrity is a good practice as well. If you don't want to eat that potato chips and you're using your words, don't eat it. But if you know that you're going to eat it, then don't say the word. So it's like you promise something, you have to stick with that word. That's integrity. So you start with integrity practice, and then life changes. Because now you know when you say a word, you stick with it. And you continue building on that. And sooner or later, you quit things that you don't want to see it in your life. You quit the bad habits and changing it to great habits. So life changes. Life changes with your action as well as your thought changes as well. So don't forget, integrity is like this. If I promise you something, I say I'm going to show up, I see you in a Starbucks in a half hour, and I'm 5 minutes late, I lied to you. So I'm trying to come in 5 minutes earlier, so I'd be there. Because I told you so, I'm going to show up in it. If something happened, accident, I'm going to call you and let you know, hey, I'm going to come in late. That's integrity. So integrity will dissolve all this nonsense, guilt, insecurity, unworthiness. Because now you are committing to something. So 20 is jealousy, 21, insecurity, guilt, and unworthiness. Again, the practice will be practicing. If you want to do something in life and you say a word, you have to stick with that word. If you know that you cannot stick with your word, don't say it. So you don't feel guilty about it. So you don't feel shameful about it. You lose your respect to yourself. And guess what? When you're losing your respect to yourself, the people feel that. And when you don't feel respectful to yourself, you won't see that people respect you either. So that was our practice today. And I thank you very much. I try to post some more yoga poses in the future. I'm going to involve a little bit yoga, maybe with our practice or maybe separate videos. So please check on those videos because I will teach you yoga, maybe teaching breathing techniques. So not just only I use words, also I practice maybe breathing, I practice maybe yoga. So not only working my mind, I work my body as well, so my soul is free. Have a wonderful weekend. I know it's going to be a Labor Day weekend, and I do my best to do probably another video by Labor Day weekend. If I don't, maybe look for another day. Okay? Have a wonderful weekend, and have a peaceful and joyful holidays. And greeting, namaste. This is Rasoul.